to transition into the mid.
I surge.
Just EG pretty much saying, okay, we're gonna snowball as hard as possible. We trust him now. We expect him to win.
No escape.
I mean, that's confidence right there in your mid lane.
Very smart decision there. EDC actually finds
My
the
goal
ward
now.
on EY earlier in the Sentry. Even if the ward wasn't there, it's still a great idea to throw out that Sentry. As you said earlier, the Bounty Hunter is very likely that he's going to try and show the experience there of that stack.
Yeah, and if you're CTY, because you're so you're
Not
like,
enough mana.
You have to do something to come back.
The tide moves.
That is one of the ways to do so. EG are gonna 100% know that he's doing this because you only send EDC mid.
I
and he's doing
hunt.
that stack right now, so they're gonna feel really comfortable in the rest of their lane. Like they should even go for the maybe even go for a dive at bottom.
On the
because they know
hunt.
that the storm can't respond.
Yeah, YJ is actually a bit low on mana. Of course, he does have that enchanted mango ready to go. And
Your
maybe
bottom
try and force out
tower
that
is under
doubling.
attack.
But no such luck. AUI just make sure that there's no refill in the bottle.
Yeah, looking at that top lane, PPD is getting a decent amount of level.
To battle.
I'd expect for him, well, his item's flying in right now, he's going for a wand. Something like a drums wouldn't be bad. Even an S and Y, I don't think going for
I
is the right idea
surge.
here at all. There's almost no magic damage that he really has to worry about. The crowd control on the other team isn't
A
too
good
significant.
path.
It's just about getting the stat.
Evil Genius is very content to sit back and take more of a farm lead over Egom at this point. Bottom lane, they're actually trying to go on bottom. Looks like that wall actually missed out
To
on its
battle.
opportunity. Buddha Restoration quickly getting Lanham back up. Now, in these sort of
Your
situations,
middle tower
there's
is under
two
attack.
quick build on a Witch Dog.
I
Flush
go.
his blood on, be careful, flush his blood on.
As you go for the Maledict. In this game, what is Lanham's best choice? Because
The tide moves.
I think you just go for the voodoo. You can grab a level or two just to deter people.
By the moon.
It's going to be a fairly passive
Unstoppable around my
of the
neck.
production more than anything. It's going to be so hard for him to be in that front line. And he's actually got for stats, if you notice on his build.
yeah, he's trying to tank up a bit more. Up at the top lane, they did force ROTK to use another Icarus dive back, but he will grab his level 6 now. Greek Wave pushes into the corner. DDC also
My
gets another push.
skin
His level 6.
breathes again.
Experience sitting in the middle lane. CTY routinely farming up those two different.
Agreed.
So Nails just picked up his point right now. He's going to go for the Aghanim Scepter. Just a really strong item against him.
Tower is completely whole, I didn't want
Nice
to
to go
look at it.
something like the
To battle.
Bloodstone first. It's going to be really hard for him to survive. And it's going to be so hard for them to kill him.
You're
They
sunk.
don't actually have the best ways to kill him. The Winter's Curse is going to have to go off with 2 or 3 heroes near him for it to actually work.
You can't
He's
hide.
going to be spotted out by
Your
Sumail.
bottom
And
tower
now
is under
a
attack.
shackle shot. Going to be able to snag RTK. He still has the opportunity to pop that ultimate. He's going to try to do it Sumail as much as possible.
Bounty.
Then pop it, but it's not necessary. The charge is also coming out from
Forward.
PPD. Sumail running back, and PPD, I'm sure, is going to cancel his charge as well.
On
If he
the
actually popped
hunt.
the Focus Fire instantly and gets for the power shot, it might have led to a kill. I think he was just a little bit too hesitant and assumed that he had enough damage.
By
to
the
right-click
moon.
RTK down. Only has 4 armor.
Now, what do you like?
Agreed.
Wind Ranger builds. Do you like an early Maelstrom picked up before the Aghanim Scepter? Do you think Sumail should just go with
I
the
surge.
It's a Maelstrom, or do you like Axe first?
I think I talked about it last game. When you play a mobile hero like the Ember
A
Spirit,
good
Ranger, and
path.
Ember heroes, you can just build for a naturally tanky build and then go for something like the Aghanim Scepter. So you're even harder.
I
You've got the
go.
Wind Run, plus the fact that you have 1500 HP with the Aghanim Scepter. It's going to be incredibly
The
hard
tide
to kill him in the time where he's Wind Running. So it's probably best to
Your
go
middle
for
tower
the
is
Aghanim
under
Scepter
attack.
here. If he wanted
A
to farm a
good
little bit more,
path.
going for a Maelstrom is okay, but they're trying to snowball as fast as they can, just so that they can start to push down towers with the test.
AUI soaking
By the moon.
Flush his blood on again.
Smash me. Let the sharks have my flesh.
We do have 3 of their
Get back, get back.
for net worth. In fact, I would say one of the most striking net worth actually right now is YJ, only sitting at 3,100. That's because the constant pressure of that double ion shell really limiting how much CES he's able to get underneath that tower.
Yeah, the reason they did that is because they wanted to go for the dual lane to secure ROTK getting
Double
at
damage!
a decent time. And we saw this in the first
Yes,
game.
sir.
They
I
wanted to go
hunt
for the gank
again.
off and then immediately pressure the tower.
They have the charge onto ROTK. He also still has Stoneman, but he's hit by the charge. Now the shotgun shot launches, and ROTK's done for. But so too does the Razor Fall. Evil Geniuses were not expecting this many heroes. E-Home clean up 2 for 1. Samael, he's got to be careful here. He does have 17 wand charges. Maybe just trying to bait E-Home into a bad situation. Another lance comes out, but Samael is going to be fine. E-Home back up, contenting themselves
Not yet.
with a 2-for-1 kickoff. Heavy rotation, but well
battle.
worth it for E-Home.
That could have been even worse for EG if that shackle shot didn't fly from Sumail. And
On the
it looked
hunt.
like it was going to be okay, but everybody from E-Home was willing to go for that. And overall, goal was the tower, but getting the support and the safe lane carry probably isn't a bad consolation prize. But at the same time, if you're E-Home, the tower was the main goal.
By
You wanted
the
pressure on map
moon.
just to open up the field a little bit more for your supports, especially.
This is smoke up.
I surge.
Samael will make their rotation into the enemy jungle here. Just as you say.
Go to
Take it.
battle.
If they find it, easily take that tier 1 tower. If not, they may still be able to charge the tower anyway.
A good
Take off
path.
the players actually coming in with the soul ring here.
I'm not ready.
DDC seems to have kind of
I
started this one out.
go.
You know, he's just running a really low. This is why you said that
Let's take me, please. Do you have a wolf finish?
Putting a
You can
secret.
rotate in heroes as you go, but if you send a core down there, it's more worth it for EG to go for
Dire's
the
structures
But
are
because
fortified.
It's just a big
Go, go, go.
EG are a little bit conflicted right now. They're like, if we die for this, it's just why we're level 6. We could just start the turnaround.
Forward.
So it makes it really difficult for
Stat up here as we're going to kill it, and it's going to be going for drums as well. He does a lot of damage on that rotating.
That was not very good, but good luck.
Chase of drums here does, of course, slow down his better right now.
Pick them off.
I've seen him do this a lot. He just likes to do his stats. So in case he gets in a fight. The other thing too is if you decide to go for the diffusal blade first, you can't go into this off lane.
The enemy's middle
But
tower
he's just trying
has
to make
been
the
denied.
Safe lane for one of the supports, and it's actually harder for EG to commit to this top tower. There's just a lot of different angles that E-Home can come in from. You never really
Agreed.
know the rotation.
Regeneration.
By sending one of the supports down, EG have demonstrated they want to go for the tower.
You swim against the tide.
DDC, he's tracked up, so even if he can't fly over the trees,
Quick
the
sprint.
tackle shot didn't actually land.
Not
DDC,
yet.
though, still kind of stuck here. Vacuum not able to
I
land, but the power
go.
shot will now open the way for Evil Geniuses to claim that kill. No response from
I'm
E-Home.
not
They
ready.
would much rather just make trade-offs at this point in time, especially with the Phantom
You
Lancer on their
can't
side.
hide.
They know they want to push this late, especially with EG focusing so much on the laning phase.
Yeah, think about the trade-off though. They almost give us
Chums in the
tower.
water.
YJ gets an incredible amount of he's able to support. That's why you send the support there. He doesn't have to
On the hunt.
YJ is
Feeling
up.
cool, yeah. Actually be able to put it down. YJ's going to make the TP out.
To battle.
Damage thanks in part to that ion shell.
Seahorse.
Target one tower from being taken out by the Phantom Lancer and
The
getting
tide.
Scraps up the Phantom Lancer's fall.
Triple kill.
We just want to be able to chase people down with
By the moon.
I anticipate maybe the SNY after this, even going for the Aghanim Scepter isn't too bad. I guess they just
I
want to go high ground as fast as
surge.
they possibly can. Do something like wait for Sumail to get his Aghanim, which he has right
The
now.
enemy's
Go
top
for
tower
smoke
has
and
fallen.
And then play for the tier 1s and tier 2s.
Yeah, they've got between the mech, the Ags, and the little bit of extra sustain from here going a Dreads and Drum of Endurance build. Got some incredibly stat-heavy heroes on EG. They're going to go for Fear here in the top lane. CTY making a large charge, but will still be able to get out ahead of the counter charge with EG. Oh, Samael latched it. Lana in some trouble. He's going to go down to straight up focus fire. DDC is here, but chooses not to pop the Winter's Curse, thinking that his allies were perhaps just a bit too far away.
Sumail getting another sword.
Fresh mate.
So
Agreed.
careful against the Aghanim Scepter Wind Ranger. He's always liable to kill you in a one-on-one.
My goal now.
Witch Doctor just didn't respect her enough.
Agreed.
It's a little bit scary for eHome because they've lost a lot of map control, and a large part of that comes down to the fact that the Phantom Lancer dies so long.
I'm not ready.
Meaning they have to devote at least one hero to
On the hunt.
But you don't want to do that if you're eHome. You want to split up the map and help CTY gang.
Amphibious assault.
He is just used the shuriken toss to
Your middle tower is under attack.
from the hard camp as well as bounce
I go.
Phoenix. Now it's going to move over to YJ. Get some extra damage on him with the Ion Shell. Janata on
Your
top.
middle
Should
tower
actually
is
dodge
under
there.
attack.
Mr. Doppelganger. But they still keep the track on YJ. Even if he knows that there aren't necessarily in this bottom lane. Knowing that the enemy always has vision on you.
Roshan has fallen to the
Immortality.
down.
I hunt you down.
Limiting your
I
options.
could eat a
Although
Nautilus.
play this. CTY looking for an opening here in the middle lane. RTK and
Forward.
DDC both ready to
Sorry,
fly
Phoenix.
over the cliff and engage on Evil Geniuses. The man. They're going to be baited into this here. One move goes
good
off, and sure enough, here comes the Winter's Curse on its way. Going to be laid down on its Samael. Perfect timing now. ROTK ready to go with the Supernova. There goes a nice vacuum wall combination. CTY is actually going to be forced back. Samael may go down to the Maledict, but it doesn't seem to do enough damage. RTK's egg explodes, but none of EG are caught by that one.
By
and that tower
the
actually
moon.
goes the way of EG. Creeps took it out. That's got to be a big win for EG. They're losing no one there to the engagement of
No
For
escape.
sure, they would win that fight, but a beautiful vacuum from Universe kind of upset everything.
I mean, Universe landing that vacuum
To
wall pretty
battle.
much forces eHome back. This is probably going to mean a Roshan for certain. EG
I
know that
go.
all of the spells that they have to worry about in that pit fight are gone. Winter's Curse has an incredibly long cooldown, 68 seconds left
It's
on it.
not time.
Zigzag is the same. In a full minute
A
where they
good
have time to
path.
put pressure on the map, and I think Roshan is probably
Regeneration.
Oh yeah, particularly with the double damage picked up by Samael. I mean, that's just begging for a Roche.
Whether or not they decide to go for it, though, is a different story. They could just decide to go for this bottom tower, but Roshan, 100% the better option here. And this is what I'm talking about. EG, they're just trying to snowball as hard as possible.
Cass bouncing around. PPD actually going to make his charge over to Roshan. Bloodstone's now finished up by CTY though, and this could get dangerous. As Evil Geniuses start pushing in if they make one fatal mistake. When they're aggressively pushing down these towers, CTY will start that snowball a-rolling.
So now that they have the Aegis, they've got a Blink Dagger on Universe. It's a pretty decent idea to just go for a straight up push and bait the two core heroes forward, and then just have
Agreed.
Universe not reveal the Blink Dagger again. They'll probably push
Endurance
one
run.
lane top and then start hitting out. And if anything, you probably want to go for that bottom tower just because it's so
Forward.
much easier to access. Universe sends that Ion Shell forward. You always want to
From the
the
shallows.
the tower free hits. Pressure.
I
So,
surge.
rotate down now. He's going to start blinking over. The rest of the heroes are going to join him.
Now, a little bit concerned here.
You're
RTK is actually going
sunk.
for a mech. Phoenix does not have a whole lot of extra mana to play with in these early levels. Just the mech by itself is going to limit your Fire Spirits and Supernova combo.
Illusion,
I think this is just an
my
item
prey.
choice purely out of
I
necessity.
hunt high.
You have such a big team
Move.
fight advantage, and you're going to have to stand up to them eventually, that they have to have a counter mech.
I sort of
By the moon.
he's not really going to have the mana pool to cast all of his abilities. Like, he's TPing
You
down right now.
can't hide from the trash mate.
So by going for it, he kind of shows that
I could eat an eel.
Pick up here, YJ is going to be targeted by Samael, trying to burst him down, but having a
Running
doppelganger at the
won't
same
help.
time. Spearbreaker does go down to the Witch Doctor. YJ still going to be run down by Samael. That's a huge trade-off. Evil Genius is happy with that exchange so far. They're going to look for more.
To
Shackle Shot goes
battle.
out. CTY managed to bounce himself far enough back to EG will not pursue. Particularly with the Fire Spirits on him.
Gold for me.
So they traded their hard 5.
I could eat a jelly. Triple kill. By the
Evil
moon.
Genius is now going to go for that tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
and usually
I'm not
they're really
ready.
great at the PL. This one is really the instant touch, but
The
these
tide
gangs
moves.
once in a while are just keeping him on his toes. He doesn't really want to commit for anything. And Sumail focus firing down his tower.
No
He's gonna open up
escape.
a lot. It's going to be hard for them to
Whoa, leap forward, he grabbed RTK! There goes the golden brace. RTK will live through this one. There's no way EG can threaten him any further. Charge comes in. RTK sneaks one step ahead. Now PBD's going to be throwing the cast onto him. CTY going to pull it back even further. Bobby with the vacuum and the shackle shot. They now go for CTY. Winter's curse to cancel.
You can't hide
The extra damage he has and chased away the rest of the Evo.